Hey YouTube, what is up? DLCoats1 here, bringing you a Bog Garden update. I'm sorry it's been so long. Anywho, as you can see, I went ahead and added some live sphagnum, and we've started training our bog cranberry to grow alongside the sphagnum here. And the reason why I've gone ahead and added the live sphagnum is because we've started to see more sphagnum heads pop up this spring, which means this tray has been doing wonders to help keep this more more moist, more water wicked, more level with the water, which is amazing. It's helped our scarlet bell here start flowering. Our flava is flowering. Our perp is flowering. Our leucophila over here is showing signs of potentially flowering this year, and our scarlet bell is showing signs of potentially flowering this year. So we've got quite a few that are potentially going to flower as far as the Sarracenia goes. Also, as far as the Sarracenia goes, as you can see, I trapped a lot of the dead growth, and I mean, our flava, look at that. We've got 2, 3, 4 strong, massive growing points in there that are decent size, I might add. I mean, we've got our main one here, which is that original little one I brought over. That is just done absolutely phenomenally. And then you can see over here, like I said, our perp is just doing very, very fantastically. You can see that secondary layer of traps is coming in now that we've got our flowers starting to form. So these are going to start stacking and stacking, which is going to be amazing to see. And honestly, if I never chop any of these dead pitchers off and I just let them keep on stacking, it'll be cool, because you get to see this just pile up and just become massive. It is really, really fun to see. But yeah, it's going to be cool to see the scarlet bell flower come up. Hopefully it flowers around the same time as our perp, and we can get a good cross off that. You can tell our flava, on the other hand, is going to definitely flower a little bit early, but we're going to get that nice, big, bright yellow bell flower off that thing. Now, the other scarlet bell over here is not showing signs of flowering, unfortunately. And sorry, I called this a scarlet bell. It's a Swaniana. This is a scarlet bell, and that's a scarlet bell. But yeah, our scarlet bell over here is not showing any signs of potentially flowering this year, but we are starting to get our early signs of growth for the upcoming summer, because the scarlet bell, our Swaniana, and our leucophila, those ones are more of the later late summer, early fall type growers. They're more of the lighter colored traps that prefer the cooler temps, that really tend to thrive in those slightly cooler temps. So they'll be more active come like late summer, early fall. Now our caddis SPI, as you guys recall, this thing did flower last year. It's not really showing signs of potentially wanting to flower this year that I'm seeing. So I don't know if we're going to get a flower off of it this year, unfortunately. But we are starting to see a lot of the growing points here, and I counted about 9 of them show about, obviously, the signs of early growth. Now we see a lot of those fresh new traps coming in now that I've chopped a lot of those old dead ones out. And I mean, there was a lot of dead growth in here. And then moving on to our leucophila, you can see nice new fresh traps coming off that, especially since I've wrapped it in the sphagnum. We've started to see a lot more of, the color starting to kind of preserve a little bit and take off more. Now these older traps did start to die off, which is fine. That happens. Again, this is more of a fall plant here. It does prefer the cooler temps, and also, as you can see, ever since I brought the live sphagnum out here, a couple of the heads have started to finally dig in a little bit, and as you can see, they've started to upright and already started to settle down into the bog here, especially towards the edges. You can see how they start to kind of pile over and expand and just really start to thrive and blend in. I mean, sphagnum really does amazing in the right environments. It just immediately knows what to do. You'd see, like, towards the edges, the heads have started to just immediately kind of burrow in and dig in, and it just knows what to do. It is awesome to see. So moving on to our filiformis, we've got our Tracii over here. We've got 4 growing points off that, or 5, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, that's 1. So yeah, 3 and then the 1. I forgot, this one is the main growing point. It started kind of putting out traps all weird, and then the center died off a little bit due to the cold temps, but it's still got those couple traps that are still trying to go strong. who knows what that's gonna do? We'll see. Our butterfly valley. Guys, we started off with 5. We started off with 5. There's like 20 in here. I've really got to kind of flatten these out a bit if possible. I mean, this thing is just mounding and it's going to cause trouble. I know for a fact that's going to cause trouble. It caused trouble for our Tokaiensis. When they mound like this, it is not good, guys. You want to try to keep them flattened out. I really need to go through and try to separate all these rhizomes when possible, or hibernacula, whichever they are. And then our Florida green giant started off with 1. We've got 3 now. And then of course we've got all our little plantlets over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting 5 decent sized ones so far. And of course you can see our fly traps just thriving, of course. Now I did go ahead and add some of our Caddisbii seeds and flytrap seeds as well to the mix out here. Hopefully we get some plantlets off those. We won't see any results really for another couple months. But the thing is, a lot of people should note this. When it comes to carnivorous plant seeds from like fly traps and sundews or filiformis and pitchers and stuff like that, you don't bury those seeds. You sprinkle them on top and then you water them down. You want these guys to basically dig into little cracks and grooves on their own. These guys need the sun, they need the exposure to the elements. So you don't want to ever really dig these guys in. They've got like natural waxy coatings and stuff like that. You can see the one flytrap seed right there, for example. The waxy coating is starting to come off and you'd see like a little bit of a white powdery edge starting to form on the side. So that's gonna start actually taking off here soon. But yeah, I mean, anywho, the bogs are still going strong. We're starting year 4. Can't wait to see what happens. Excited. I mean, we've got 3 flowers going so far. So yeah, stay tuned. Also, I've got some updates for the indoor bog, so stay tuned, or sorry, the indoor grow tent, so stay tuned for that update here soon. Peace.